If you guys like how I do my chart analysis on YouTube and you want to learn how to do it yourself, click the link below to check out the Vee Trades technical analysis course. What's up traders, this is Vee Trades, and today I'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for the Spider S&P 500 ETF Trust with the ticker symbol SPY. If you want a chart analysis guaranteed to be done, please read the description below. Also take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. I appreciate it very much. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It does not constitute any financial advice. I will first go over what I see in the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. Here we have the daily chart for the SPY. I'm going to put a vertical line of where I left off, which was back on June 19th, I believe. So let's put a vertical line, which is right around over here. So we had 4 days of trading session last week. We had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, which are all green days. You can see that price increased in those green days, or actually you can see that Tuesday and Wednesday were kind of flat, even though the candles are green. But Wednesday and Thursday is when we saw the price rise on the chart. So what is happening in the market? Well, it looks like we're in a pullback phase. You know, the market is in phases. So right now we're in a pullback phase. We're not really in the impulse phase. So this was a nice channel working lower right here. So we did have the break outside of this channel, and then prices still went down to retest the previous extreme. Show you guys that right now. So we had this channel, prices bouncing inside of it, and then we had the break of it. Prices still went down to retest the previous extreme, which is at the 380 level. We reached all the way down to the 361 level, and then we saw a bounce up. So it looks like price action is coming back to test this breakout level. You can see that we pretty much closed right at it on Friday. So this was the previous support. Now it could be acting as previous resistance. We'll have to wait and see. It looks like price action came back to fill in this gap right here, and there's also another gap that could be filled or even come all the way back up to retest the previous breakout of this little congestion level. So as of right now, I'm looking for higher prices. Looks like we're going to be probably pulling back up to that $400 level again, and then we'll have to wait and see if price action gets rejected from this potential channel working lower, because if I drag this down, if I connect the swings, it's fitting pretty nicely. So you can see that we bounced right from the lower side of the channel if I connect the bottom swing. So see how I can move the bottom of this channel anywhere in the chart? Well, I want to put it right where the previous bounces were in the past, which was right over here. So if I do that, you can see that we bounced again to confirm this downtrend channel is in play. So it looks like we're working back up in the channel, which is what is supposed to happen. So we're working upwards to the resistance side, probably going to be filling in that gap at the 401 level, and maybe even retest that breakout at the 408 level. If the market is not that bullish, we probably won't reach the 408 level, and we could get rejected from the resistance side of the channel. If it's bullish, we can break it, but even if we do break it, just like what we did on the orange channel, we could still go back down and retest the previous low. So unless we start building support behind us, I'm still going to expecting a continuation of this downtrend that we're currently in. Definitely not a bear market. Bear markets are brutal. Just like Alibaba chart, it's been going down for a few years. That's a bear market. This is not a bear market. We've been only going down for probably 6-7 months. And there's only probably a 20% drop in the market. So that's not a bear market. That's pretty weak. 25% we dropped so far. So that's pretty weak to claim that this is a bear market, because this is nothing what a real bear market can do. The market can go down for 10 years. That's a bear market. This is just a correction in a big uptrend. So it could turn into a bear market, but as right now, it's way too early to call this a bear market. So I'm not considering this a bear market at all. So I'm looking for a pullback in the short term, probably back up to that $400 level. Probably filling that gap too. If the market is really bullish, we can reach the 408 level. But around these areas, I'm expecting rejection and probably continuation of this downtrend that we are inside of. So you can see how the market is bouncing off these levels, and I'm looking for a continuation of this pullback. It looks pretty good as right now. So let's take a look at the weekly chart. And here we have the weekly chart. My target was at the 350 level, and we almost reached it. The market sold off pretty quickly. We reached the 362, 361 level, but my target is right on the 350. So Market dropped pretty quickly, but looks like we're starting to recover what was lost because we were getting oversold again. So looks like we're pulling back. I'm still expecting a 3-wave down because it's still valid to assume that we will get 3 waves down as long as we do not go above the 417 level by a large amount. We can still reach this 351 level. So as long as we don't get above this 315, 317 level, I'm still expecting continuation of the downtrend. Now, if we do get a little bit past it, I'm still expecting continuation downtrend. But if we break it and find some type of support at this 415 level, then I think we're off to the races, back up to the highs, and then continue the uptrend that we were inside of. So as right now, we were oversold, just like what we did in the past. Every time we get far away from the EMA, just like over here, just like over here, we're going to see a pullback towards it. So that's what we're doing right now. But to assume this is a bottom is a very low probability. I don't think we have bottom technically. I still think there's a lot of reasons why prices should continue at least a little bit lower. So if we get rejected from these higher levels that I predict, then we're probably going to continue down, working low to this 350 level. So that's everything I see on the weekly chart. Let me show you guys one more chart, which is the monthly, and then we can wrap it up. And here we have the monthly chart for the SPY. This is the price action since 2008 and the 2009 bottom. So we've been going inside of a uptrend for about more than 10 years. So strong uptrend, been lasting for numerous years. It's been through a lot of sell-offs, but price action still recovered and continue working higher. So this is the trend that prices are working up inside of. You can see that every time we come back up to this trend line area or near it, we get a bounce. So even in 2020, we did bounce off of this level. Even in 2019, there was a little crash. We bounced off of it. So you can see that every time we come up to this trend line, we're finding some type of support. So look at where prices are from the trend line. So we have a long way to go to come near it. So that's why I'm saying we could fall back down to even probably the 323 level on the monthly chart. Looks like it, which is back up to this previous peak. So it would make sense that we come back here. If the market does not come down to these price levels, it can slowly trade sideways and then slowly come down, but that could take years to come back to this side of the channel, because you can see that my cursor and on the y-axis is 2024. So I don't think the market is going to be that slow. So we want to see this harsh sell-off so we can bounce from this level that could turn around prices again. So this is what you want to expect. So it could probably be the rest of the year we do continue lower and slow, a little fast-paced grind instead of a slow grind. But it's probably slow in your view because we've been going down for pretty much a year. So it'll be a slow, probably grind down, but technically it's pretty fast from the 476 level to reach the 324 level in such a large market. So it could be the rest of the year. I think we can continue lower. Looks like it on the monthly chart. We don't have to, but if this is drawn correctly, then we should be pulling back to the support side of the channel, which is right over here. Where I've circled on the chart. So show you guys. So that's why I'm still thinking we have not topped yet in the market. Obviously, we're going to see correction. People are going to take their profits. Short sellers going to start coming in the market. So there's a bunch of reasons why we'd be selling off. But as right now, the trend line is still intact. We have not seen a huge break outside of it or a convincing break. So maybe this sell-off will eventually break the channel. But even then, I'm still expecting a retest of the highs or even exceeding it. So that's normally how trends play out. So that's everything I see on the daily, weekly, and monthly charts, and I'm going to give you guys an update next week, Sunday. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel since you might be surprised what you can learn. Leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also share the video if you want your friends to learn about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel since I want to deliver great content to you guys. See you next time, and bye.